How can you combine technology and spirituality? It is not a secret now that more than 80% of Nobel Prize winners are clear on the fact that their discovery that have received Nobel Prize for is not a direct outcome of the research work that they were doing. I emphasize on the fact of non-direct outcome. Basically, there is something that allowed them to make a quality jump, but it is not in the limits of common logical system. Many of them come to the concept of God that helped them. One can say that they just cannot give an answer to what it really is. For them, it is behind the scenes. We talk about the techniques for materialists. Since there is a thesis, God is one, but the paths to Him are many, we talk about our way. It is familiarizing the people who, due to certain circumstances, began their way through the material attitude with what traditionally is called spiritual world. We take a person who is a materialist, who wants to touch, want to have formulas, want to understand how everything works. We work for this type of people. They react to certain slang, they react to certain academic ranks, they react to specific documentary proof. They need it. That is our segment of people that we work with. Of course, there are other ways of telling the story. Rituals, prayers, and sacraments. It is another branch. These are the people that mainly use their right brain sense hemisphere. We mainly work with people that use left hemisphere more. It does not matter how you entered. You should reach the united state of harmony with the surrounding world. And how you will call it for yourself, techniques or prayers, does not really matter. It is important to live in harmony with the surrounding world, so you do not sin from one side, or you do not break the laws of nature from another side. It is the same thing. Sin and breaking the laws of nature is the same thing. That is why, since we communicate with people who provide technology progress and society management, we have to use this type of language. That is why we use the terms that we do. So, for example, when you talk about the spirituality with a science scholar who knows all the ways of science, he would instantly reject information just because of the terms. When you talk to him in his terms, come down from point A to point B with such speed, do this, this and this, imagine this. Okay, great, everything is well. You can feel the warmth, your hands got sweaty, yes, great. Your physiology came to norm. What is it? It's not a sacrament. It's communicating on the language that all brains of all living people use. It doesn't matter if you're black, white, Asian, man or a woman of any age, from 3 of age up until the last breath. It is a universal language. We work with this most universal language. That's why we have a direct analogy with the computer programming language of dual coding. There is just a computer processor. It can only understand Boolean algebra. It can understand only 0 or 1. Is there voltage or not? It seems that it is primitive language, but it does so much stuff around the world. So that's why we had to go into the level of what seems basic, but on this basic level it appeared possible to create techniques, again, techniques, not the sacrament, everything can be explained, that bring the person to a normal for him natural state. I would like to emphasize normal for him or her natural state. And it is not done using the standard that was given by someone, but by using his own gene when he was born, from his or her parents, country, time, and historical age. All of these components are taken into account by the brain. And as soon as you create the normal conditions, then he or she will be healthy. And everything else would be just like at one saying, what is this for a German? For a Russian, it is just a vodka shot chaser. Yes, that's the situation. We have to work with different people and bring them to a normal state for their own nature.